Snow White is a 2025 live-action fairy tale, the latest from Disney, as they continue to make live-action remakes of their timeless animated classics. And we are once again getting another Snow White adaptation. If Cinderella is number one in adaptations, Snow White has to be close behind, particularly in the modern age. It feels like we get a new Snow White interpretation every couple of years. This time, though, we have Rachel Zegler starring as Snow White, with Gal Gadot as our evil queen. And I have to say, I was very much not looking forward to this film. I have to admit, the trailers did nothing for me. Honestly, the only thing that gave me hope was Rachel Zegler singing the new song, Waiting on a Wish, because honestly, I've been waiting on one of these live-action remakes to give me some actual magic. And unfortunately, Snow White doesn't quite do that. Now, it's not necessarily as terrible as I was imagining, but it's also still not that great. I do think Rachel Zegler is actually really good as Snow White herself. She embodies the character beautifully. She gives this earnest performance, and she's pretty much the only one of our main cast that can actually sing. So it was lovely when she was the one behind the microphone on these songs. I thought Gal Gadot was fine. I know a lot of other people are really ragging on the performance. It was fine. It was campy. It wasn't good by any means, but it also wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. I'll say that. And the animals were super cute. Actually, the visuals in this are interesting because they vary from looking vibrant and beautiful with adorable animals to really muddled or just kind of CGI heavy where you could tell a green screen is there, or uncanny like those dwarves. And I think the characterizations of the dwarves were good, but it's really hard to get past that uncanny design. Dopey, thankfully, is the star. He is probably the MVP of this whole film, and because he looks a little bit more cartoonish in nature, he's a little bit less uncanny and creepy. Also, I think it's a little too long. It drags through a lot of these portions. A lot of the new songs don't work. Waiting on a Wish is easily the best of them. The romance actually is quite nice, though, our lead acting romance lead could not sing very well, but he's charming enough. The message of the film is really lovely about kindness. So overall, I think Snow White is yet another meh live-action remake.